Welcome to another video by justlawsolicitors.com. My name is John Towell, and everybody knows Belen by now, surely. Star of TikTok and YouTube.
Hello.
Belen's our property lawyer. Now, one of the questions that is often asked on the Move to Spain Facebook group, and we get messages through TikTok and YouTube as well, is this thing about Dafos and Afos. What's a Dafo and an Afo?
So the Dafo is similar to a first occupation license.
Is it the same thing, Dafo?
Not the same.
Ah, okay.
Not the same. But a similar document, but for a country place instead of urban.
And what I'm saying is Dafo the same as Afo?
Yes, it is.
Ah, right. Okay, well, that's one question answered.
Afo and Dafo is the same thing. Depending on the town hall, they might call it with one name or another.
Right. So it's about country properties.
Yes, it is for country properties. When clients always ask us, my property has been built in a rustic area. Does it mean that it is illegal? Well, all the constructions that you make in a rustic place are illegal unless they have an AFO or a Dafo.
Right.
The fact that a property doesn't have an AFO or a Dafo, though, doesn't stop you from buying. You can buy it. You can get the AFO later.
You can be led down the track, so to speak, and you can hand your money over without speaking to somebody like Belen, and then you can find out there's nothing to stop you buying it. You might find out years later.
So the problem is, for us, it is not needed 100% the AFO or the Dafo, but it is important for you to know if you're buying a country place to know how much it would cost to get it, because maybe it might be the case that the AFO might cost from 4,000 up to 20 or 30,000, depending on the property size. So it is important for you to at least know. If you want to proceed without it, well, at least to know how much it would cost you to get it in the future if you plan to sell and your buyer asks you for it.
Yeah.
So the AFO is a document that proves that you have built a property in a rustic place, in a rustic plot, but not protected.
Right.
Which means the Spanish law says that if you have a building in a rustic plot, the building is not going to be legal. But if more than 6 years pass and the town hall hasn't noticed, you have the possibility to legalize it through an AFO.
Right.
So in order to get the AFO, of course, the property must be built in a normal rustic place, not protected. If it is protected, the town hall
for example, the national park or the natural park.
In that case, even though 20 years have passed, whatever, you will not be able to legalize it because the town hall can demolish it anytime.
Yeah. So if I come to you, like we always say this example in other videos, I found this Cortijo and I'm going to buy this Cortijo. I haven't signed or paid anything, and I'm ready. You would then look and you would see if I've got this piece of paper I need.
So in my first communication with the agent, when I have a client saying Cortijo or the name of a village that we already know that all of the properties there are rustic, yes, we always ask first thing for the nota simple, as always, and if the property has a first occupation license, AFO or not.
Right. So that's it, basically. Take independent legal advice. It's the same advice for buying any property. As long as you speak to Belen first, then you won't fall off, because Belen will say, well, look, you haven't got the Dafo or the AFO. But as Belen said, it doesn't stop you buying or selling the property. It just, but you need to have it, because the next person down the line might say,
I don't want this property without the AFO.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. As long as the property has been built in a normal rustic place, not protected area, more than 6 years have passed, and the property doesn't have any urban infractions, so the town hall hasn't noticed that you have built that property there, you can go ahead and get the AFO.
Right. So proving the 6 years, how would you do that? Or is there no set rule?
With a report of an architect. It is important to show the town hall that the property has more than 6 years. It is called in Spanish certificado de antigüedad, a certificate from an architect saying this property has been built in this date, the last construction on the property. Because if the property has any annex, the last annex must also have more than 6 years. So all of the whole of the construction. You go to the town hall with a report from the architect, you pay the town hall fee, and that's it.
Right, there you go. So just be careful of, well, like any purchase, but in particular in the countryside. And Belen will tell you, even if you forget, that you have to look for the Dafo or the AFO. Okay, well, thank you, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.